Hello and welcome. We will be modeling this modern curvy bench at the end. Alright, hope you're gonna enjoy it. Alright, stay focused and hope you're gonna learn. Okay, so we'll begin to model the bench. Press A to select everything and then hit delete. Now if I go to my top view, I'll press the tilde key and select top, and shift A, I will add a plane, and I will press the N key and for navigate, and I will change the depth to 60 and the width is fine. Okay, and if I press the tilde key and select view selected, so it will take me closer to the selected object, just like we press the Z key in 3ds Max. Alright, so I'll press the tab key to edit it, and the face is already selected. If not, you can just select it, press E to extrude, and I think I will select 9 centimeter as the thickness, and now I'll duplicate this, shift D to duplicate, and I can just right click so it goes back to the original location. And now I can move this up, press G and press Z, so it is restricted in the Z axis, and let's move it somewhere around here. Okay, I will add circle, so let me press shift A and go to the curve and move the mouse, circle. Okay, so let me rotate the circle first. I can enter 90. Okay, and now if I go to the front view, let me move the circle, press G key, and I can scale it down, press S, and then I can just scale it, move it again, roughly positioning it. Yeah, this is good. Maybe I can move this out just a little bit, right over here. Okay, now convert this to a mesh. So press Ctrl A, and I can convert this to a mesh, visual geometry to mesh. Okay, so now it is converted to a mesh. So now if I press the tab key, and I can remove the half, I'll just select everything on this side, press X on the keyboard and select vertex. Okay, so this is good, fine. Okay, so now let me move this and snap this on this point. So before I do it, let me come over here and select vertex. Okay, and now if I move this, press the G key, and I'll restrict to y-axis, the middle mouse button, and I will hold the control key, it will snap. Good. So now if I go to my front view, edit it, and if I select these two vertex and just move it and snap it over here, and maybe I'll just select this point, just select this one, just select it and move it over here. Same thing I will do with this one, select it, press G key and just move it over here. Alright, so now if I go back to the edit mode, select this, edit mode, and then if I go to the edge selection mode, I'll select all the edges, press A to select everything, and I'll extrude it, press E to extrude, and I can click the middle mouse button so it restricts to the y-axis, the green one, and then I can hold control so it will snap. Okay, so if we go to the solid view, we can see now I need to add loop cuts. So I'll press the tab key and go into the edit mode and Control R, and then using the mouse wheel, and I've already calculated it. You can see the number down below here. So let's make this 20, and then click to accept it, and then right click to leave it in the center. So this is good. Now I need to select all of the faces in this direction. So the way to do it is press the Shift Alt and then click on the edge. If you click on the edge, mistake, I need to be in the face mode. Alright, so let's try again. Alt Shift and then click on the edge. So I'll get the face selection in this direction. If I don't click on the edge and if I click on the face, Alt Shift, so I get the loop selection in that direction. Alright, so Alt Shift, click on the edge, and then I will add to the selection. I will hold the control key with Control Alt Shift. I can just keep on clicking to get my selection. Okay, so this is all selected, but I want to deselect this part and this bottom part. So the way to do this, I'll go to the top view and I'll go to the wireframe mode, press Z and select the wireframe, and now I can then hold control and then deselect everything. Okay, now all I need to do is press the X key on the keyboard and select faces. Good. So now you understand where are we going with this. All right, so now reduce the thickness of our top bench part here. So let's reduce this. I'll edit and select the face over here. Okay, and then press G and press enter the value 2 in the Z axis. Enter. Okay, let me do this. Let's repeat the same process. Edit mode, select the face and press G to move. I have to move in the Z direction. I'll press the Z key and now I can press -2. Okay, -2. So the thickness has been reduced. So now I need to give thickness to this one. So let's first, before we do anything, let's check the scale. The scale should be 1. So we need to collapse this back to 1. So the way we do it is Control A and we can select all transform. It will scale, it will collapse the scale and rotation at the same time. All right, and put the pivot point in the center of the origin. All right, so now let's go to the modifier and we need to give thickness. So we will select solidify, which will give thickness. If we increase, okay, that is not the direction, so we go in the minus direction and we can enter the value 7 and 7 is the thickness. Now I need to add a support over here. Very easy. The way we do it, either we select this and duplicate, right click, and now I can rotate. Press R to rotate, and we want to rotate this along the Y axis. So press Y and then I can just type in the value 90. Very good. If I go to my front view, press G to move and press the middle mouse button so that it is restricted to the the X axis. I'll bring it over here, somewhere over here, and then edit, go to my wireframe mode, Z, and move in this left direction. And I will go to the vertex selection mode and then press G to move it down. Okay, select, press G, middle mouse button, move it up, and then come out of the edit mode. Okay, so now before I do anything, I can just, so I have to scale this in the Y axis. I can just press the Y keyboard and then just slightly scale it inwards and then click to accept. This is good. And now we need to add a support over here so that holds tightly our mesh. Okay, so as you can see, we have this a little bit off. What we can do is convert this to editable mesh. So Control A, select Visual Geometry to Mesh. And now if I go to my front view, edit, and go to my wireframe mode, select this, go closer, and all I need to do is press G and move it. Yeah, okay, so it's snapped. Nice, that's good. Now add some support over here. Very simple. What we can do is duplicate the same thing. Okay, and right click, and I can go to my front view, press G key to move it somewhere here, and go to wireframe mode, and I can just bring this closer. Let's go closer and see what's going on, and then just move it here in the center. And now what I can do is first collapse this. So Control A, select all transforms, but I want the pivot back to the center of the object. So right click, set the origin to geometry. All right, now if I scale this outward slightly, not that much, just slightly, scale up slightly. Okay, and now let's see in the solid view. This is way too much. Okay, so what we can do is come back to our top view, and then we can just move this back in. Okay, can just move this in, and now let's see. Yep, this is good. So we can just duplicate this, Shift D, and press the Z key, so it will move, and then we can go closer, zoom in, and in our wireframe mode we can just bring this down further, and we can then just move this up slightly. Okay, go to the solid view, select it, and add some more information to it. For example, let's select, press Control R, and we'll add a loop cut over here. Go to wireframe mode, GG, so I can just move it. I can see where it's going. Okay, one more edge loop, and bring this closer so it can hold it tightly, and one more in this direction, edge loop, so it holds it tightly, and one here, holds it tightly. But let me just add all of this and come back. All right, and now we can add some here. Let me add the same what I did over here. Let me add for all of these. For example, for these. Okay, so I have to do this for all of these. Click, Control R, and then click, accept it, and then from this side, okay, it's already been added. Okay, so let's try now to add the subdivision modifier. Subdivision modifier, add the value level 2. Okay, I don't mind this, actually I like it. So this is looking really nice and beautiful. I like it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and practice this at home so you'll get better at it. And if you have any question, then ask in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Bye bye.